What does it mean to live with abandon? You know, what does it mean to stake a claim, to go out on a limb, to live your life with abandon? Now, does that mean reckless abandon? Does that mean that you are reckless? When you put your vision, your dream, all on the checklist, does that mean that you have to be reckless? No? Do you wear your heart on your sleeve or wear your heart on a necklace? No? But what does that mean? Abandoning other people's opinion of what you should do. What would you do if no one else's opinion mattered? This is my question to you. If it didn't matter, right? If you didn't care, if you seemed a little strange, if you didn't live with the guilt and the shame, if you didn't care who pointed the blame, what would be your aim in life? If there was no shame in life, if no one else's opinion mattered, how would you live? If you weren't worried about their judgment, what would you give? Right? One of my friends years ago, this was years ago, probably over a decade ago, I was doing stand-up comedy. I've lived many lives. I feel like I've lived many lives in this lifetime. But I was a stand-up comedian. And I would go and I would perform at this place called the Laugh Out Loud Factory in San Antonio. There was a guy named Stephen Wiley. Shout out to Stephen Wiley. Cool guy. Kind of serious cat. Very jokey. He was also a stand-up comedian. I don't know if he still is today. But he had glasses and, you know, just... It's a cool guy. He kind of had dry humor. It was an acquired taste. You had to be there to catch it, right? You had to be present. And he would go up there. We would do open mics together at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Factory. And, you know, we'd do like 5-minute sets, 6-minute sets. And I would get down. I would feel nervous as all get out, right? My legs would be shaking. I would be praying. I'd be like, I got this. And then I'll go up and do my set and come down. And he would go up and do his set, his material, and he would come down. And I'd ask him, I'd be like, Steven, bro, like, you always look like there's no sweat. Like, you don't ever get nervous? What is your purpose? Like, you don't ever feel like you don't deserve this? Like, you don't ever feel intimidated by the crowd? That noise in the audience doesn't get loud, right? He told me this. I'll never forget what he told me. He said, Jerome, not too long ago, it was around this summertime, he said, something unforgettable happened to me. He said, I was in one of the most intense car accidents. Like, it was life-changing. He said, this car accident changed my whole life because I was in a truck and the truck flipped over. It flipped over like 6 times. And when I came out of that accident, it was like I was living in a completely new reality. I had a completely different mentality. I felt like I'd been given a second chance at life. And I knew it could have been gone. All of it. Like this existence, all of it could have been gone in an instant. And because I was still alive, it was like I had a golden ticket, like I had a second chance at life. He said, Jerome, I knew I had nothing left to lose. He said, this, what you see me do when I go up on stage? He said, Jerome, this is practice. It's all practice. You got nothing to lose. When you know that, nothing can harm you. Fear is a choice. You don't have to live in fear. You got nothing to lose. This is practice. I said, whoa. That is perspective, right? Now, I don't know if you have been in a life-threatening situation or a situation that just caused you to introspect, that caused you to reflect, and that caused you to deeply connect with the way that you live your life. But years ago, during that time, actually, I was taking my life for granted. Every day I would play video games, injecting my consciousness onto a screen, if you know what I mean. And I lived in that virtual reality, letting the days pass by. Nothing was serious. I wasn't even curious. But when I heard those words, I got a little bit furious. I was furious. I got a little bit angry at myself, at the things I'd been doing, not taking care of my health, not investing in self, not living life on purpose, not believing I was worth it, right? Does it take your life to be on the line for you to live with abandon? And is that what living with abandon means? This one life is all you've got. So above all else, live it with unbridled abandon and open-hearted curiosity. Be brave. Allow creativity to be your guide. Live as if no one else were watching. Dance, play, sing out loud. Make the kind of magic that dreams are built of. Yeah. So if life is yours to live, how will you grab it? And if your dream is yours to create, will you make magic? It doesn't have to be depressing. It doesn't have to be tragic. But if you can have it your own way, how will you have it? You know? They say have it your way like BK. That was a saying. But I hope you don't just go on wishing. Always just praying for a better existence when you can be your own witness. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Keep that grateful, thankful spirit, and may the rest of your life be the best of your life. My friend, this has been Jerome Shaw. Much love, and we'll see you again. Take care.